Please and thank you.
Hey, did we start recording
And
yet?
we are recording.
Now we did.
Good. I was going for that timing. Okay.
And you ruined it.
Good.
Anyways.
To summarize what happened, some shit. Moving on.
Garrus got stabbed.
Yeah, Garrus did get stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
But it
And
was
there's-
just a scratch.
Yeah. Just a scratch.
There was some arguing, mostly Omri. There was
Mostly.
some flower cairns.
Mostly slime.
Yeah.
Kerns.
Oh.
Clowns.
Some
Yeah.
flower kerns.
Sorry, I was chewing.
They were standing there looking confused. That was all Theron.
Yeah. What else was there? Swark wasn't there.
There was William advancing the plot and also doing something funny with our good Desweiler friend.
Yeah. So, I mean, after a few minutes outside, picking up where we left off. After a few minutes, she realistically, Army would have been inside for about
Just about
15,
20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah. Yeah, 20 minutes sounds right. She would walk back out completely unharmed,
Mhm.
but she looks pretty pissed.
Yeah, very frustrated.
So her resting face.
No, this is much past resting face.
Oh no.
Oh, so slightly amplified. Okay, got it.
Oh, God.
Don't worry, guys. I got calm emotions. I don't have them prepared though.
Sucks to be you, doesn't it?
Wouldn't cast it anyways. It only lasts a minute.
Mhm.
All right.
Omri doesn't say anything. She just starts walking back in the direction of the tavern.
That's accurate, Joe. Do we just follow her?
I guess.
I mean, do we want her to punch another guard?
Oh, you're right.
Probably
Mhm.
wouldn't be a good idea.
You know,
Let's
unless
keep
he
an eye on her.
unless he also ends up getting a promotion. So I guess we're following Omri.
Still walking really quick. Y'all are late.
Kyle's literally jogging to try and keep up.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yeah.
Farron following, or is he just
Yes.
staring off into space?
No, it was more he came back too as soon as Omri walked out.
Mhm.
Just, oh, okay. No, we're leaving now.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. I
What
don't know.
time is it, Josh?
It is.
What time of day it was? Was it night? Was it day? I don't remember.
I think it was like around noonish.
Yeah, it's early afternoon.
I'm gonna be honest, that was a very depressing lunch.
A little bit.
Out of character, that was a depressing lunch too.
I'm not actually playing anything. Yeah.
Still walking quickly away from all of you.
Still following.
Eventually- Yeah, eventually the group makes it back to the inn.
So we're gonna send Solania to talk to Omri, yeah?
I mean, we only share a room.
I mean, eventually you'd have to talk to her. In the meantime, where's William?
We left him.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Cut to him being stabbed.
I'm pretty sure at this point William might be leaving. Or probably already has left.
Cut to William stabbing someone.
Yeah.
Just like poke.
I
Oh,
just
my
wanted spare change.
Damn, what?
beggars.
Beggars.
Oh,
What were you thinking,
Whoa.
Josh?
God.
Wow, Josh.
B.
Selective hearing much?
I heard ers and I was concerned.
There's a lot of things that end with that.
Yeah, a lot of concerning things.
I guess that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Omri just goes up to her room and the door slams extremely loudly.
Yep. You guys
Okay.
feel the inn shake a little bit.
Huh.
I'm not talking to her because I don't want to be stabbed again.
Yeah, no, I don't think any of us should. Well, maybe Solania. She seems to like you. That's up to you, though.
Oh god, I have a problem. My kombucha's exploding. Ah! Kombucha, why you do me like this? Ah!
Because
Right back.
This
It's
betrayal.
it's sense that Omri was angry and became angry itself.
I'll just give her a little space for a little bit, and then I'll go up and talk to her.
It's probably a good idea.
Okay, so that was fun. I've returned. Sorry about that. I like opened it and all of a sudden I'm like, why are my hands wet? And I was like, oh god!
Oh, I thought that was in character. I was like, what?
My kombucha's exploding. Omri just opens the door. My kombucha!
Ah!
So I just pictured like okay, I'm back. Just like she slams the door and then she's just there.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Right with that?
like I said,
Whoa.
it's sense that Omri was angry and became angry itself.
My kombucha was just like, rage? Let's do it.
Your kombucha is actually
I
barbarian.
would like the rage.
Fizz, 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 fizz. Alright. Sorry, moving on. Yes.
So give her a bit to cool down, then speak to her.
Meow.
In the meantime, there's just a cat in the
I
corner.
couldn't tell if that was a cat or like a wheel squeaking.
No, it's the cat. That's how he says hi.
It's always a cat.
No, see, there's your third party, Josh. When you and Mike are bitching about us, the cat.
He just joins in.
Oh, okay, fair
Yeah,
enough. then.
he
Never
would
mind.
take our side, honestly.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's mostly his input is, I can't believe they didn't feed the stray cats.
Look, that's Solania's job. She's the druid.
That's fucked up.
No, my job is to give them catnip. I
That's
never said
fair.
anything about feeding them.
Well, that's fair.
His favorite story so far is when Solania turned into a cat.
I bet.
Alright, so after several hours,
No one has ventured into the room yet.
God,
They're all
you
just
guys
standing
going-
outside the door like...
Just going into standby.
I mean, it's also noon in a tavern.
Well, if nobody's doing anything, William would eventually show up.
So, how'd the following go?
Really interesting. They have a very interesting relationship.
Go on.
Everyone's like, give us the tea.
I'm.
Oh
I'm,
no, I shouldn't say any more. I'm not much of a for gossip.
I'm guessing she did not hear something she wanted to hear.
Mm-hmm. She was not
Sure.
exactly, she was not exactly very calm when she left.
You hear something smash upstairs.
I don't think she is ever calm per se, but
Mhm.
more perturbed than usual. Yes.
She's paying for that.
Maybe I should go check on her.
You
Yeah, you're.
would probably have the best odds of all of us. Yes.
I feel like I would just take an arrow to the face.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
I was thinking it, but I'm not.
No, I was gonna give Selenia enhance ability for charisma, but eh. Nah, Theron would do that just to be safe. Just enhance ability charisma on Selenia.
It's gonna go upstairs and just kind of knock on the door. Omri, everything okay?
You just hear like angry muttering, and like you hear footsteps because she's like just pacing like nonstop in the room.
She's just gonna carefully open the door and poke her head in. Want to talk about it?
Ignores you, continues pacing.
Want to go find a tree to go destroy or something?
Look how she's going. Do you want to get ice cream?
Do you want to go beat someone up? You want to go punch something? Would that make you feel better?
Is it working?
I hear pitch needs a tune-up.
Gotta pop him back into key. So just like stop. You see like little kind of little bits of glass sort of over by a wall. Not a lot, but a little bit.
I thought you broke the window.
No. Smash! No. She just kind of stops in the middle of the room and is just like rubbing her temples like men are idiots. Men are idiots. Men are idiots.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
What happened?
Men are idiots. That's what happened. Did the others go to work? Did they go find Sforik? They have shit to do. Or are they just sticking around?
I think they're kind of waiting for me to tell them how everything up here is doing. But if we yell down, they'll probably leave us alone.
They need to go get their stuff done. Get this stupid thing over with. Let's go. She just opens the door, shuts it behind her loudly, goes back downstairs.
And
Where are we
Sonia's
going?
still in the room.
Actually, I never fully went into the room. I just kind of poked
she
my
just
head
put her
in.
head in.
I'll just be minding my own business, face in a mug.
What? Sorry, you cut out for me.
Yeah, me too.
Face in a mug. Just face in a mug ale.
Just minding business, face in ale. Just like, nope. Not gonna make eye contact with that person.
I know you mean a mug, but when you said that, I thought you just poured out a whole mug and just whap! I am absorbing it through my skin.
Or just walks up to the table and just stands there and crosses her arms and looks at all of you guys like, don't you guys have work to do? Well,
Nope.
mostly at Cal and at Theron.
Yeah, we should go actually check and see if Swarik's back.
Yeah, that's a good point. Saren just gets up and starts walking.
So does Cal. Catch you guys later.
Mm-hmm. Need anything? Let me know. Although you probably won't. As there's now just Garrus and William sitting at that table.
I mean, I'll manage Selenia's there.
Omri follows Cal and Theron.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Dun dun.
That's
I
right.
kind of wanted to see
Sirius
what they were
might
doing
want to do
anyway.
that. Is everybody just going to the workshop now?
Yep.
I mean, is Garrus going or Solania?
Unless I'm needed.
I'm kind of scared
just
too.
I'm just gonna stick
Wait, how much should we
here with
tell?
my nail.
How much should we tell William?
great
Not a
question.
lot.
Did we tell? We didn't tell him about the card thing, right? If I remember
No.
correctly.
No.
Yeah, no, that was
We
Actually,
just
everything.
told him that we
Yes.
were working on a job.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Not too much detail.
Yeah. We told him we were working on one. We didn't say what it was for.
Yeah.
Or not the actual purpose.
Omri's just gonna turn around and if William's following and just be like, "No, you stay."
It's entirely on how stealthy William wants to be. Hey, Fuse.
Yeah, judging by last week, I don't think this is gonna matter, but
Probably not.
Is there something you don't want me to see, Omri?
I just don't recall anybody inviting you. So
Well,
this is me telling you you're not invited.
is this not part of the investigation that we were working on together?
No. Funny enough, that investigation, we're done. So it was nice knowing you, William. Bye.
Oh,
Turns around, walks away.
well, if the investigation is over, I would like to go over exactly who is to be arrested for the crimes.
She stops. Listen, William, I really don't have time to get into this right now, okay? There's no more investigation. If you want to go keep on investigating, well, go see the investigator. As for us, here, we're done. Peels off her little investigator in training sticker. Crumbles it up.
I feel like Cal is wearing that with pride.
With pride.
or
She
just
doesn't
doesn't.
stick it-
Or just doesn't
Just
bother
stick it
to
in a
take it off.
pocket, though. She doesn't throw it on the ground. She sticks it in a pocket.
Yeah.
Just gonna be over here silently, slowly sipping a glass of ale.
Silent night.
Well,
So-
if that's the case, then maybe I will see you around some other time. And I walk past her to leave, going in a different direction.
Hopefully not. I continue following Cal and Theron.
And then I hide and follow her.
yeah. And then I stealth away with my -1 and disadvantage. Theron is definitely very hard to find, being fucking almost 8 feet tall and clad in armor.
Well, I was gonna say, can I tell I'm being followed?
I don't know. Roll perception.
Oh,
Guess
But,
it's by stealth.
By the way, that lasts an hour. I'm guessing past trace is
All right,
passed. right?
Omri, don't bother rolling.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say I highly doubt I'm like highly doubt I'm beating whatever he just did.
Not even a nat 21.
27.
It's
No,
probably higher than that.
It's like 30 something.
maybe. Yeah, it's a number that Omri's perception can't reach.
It's a number that I don't even think Solani or I could hit.
Slania, maybe.
We had the same perception modifier. She just has a higher passive because of observant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unless y'all need me, I'm just gonna be in the tavern, silent, just drinking, biding time.
While I'm walking, can I let's see, spend a minute of uninterrupted concentration while still walking? Is that possible?
Technically, yeah.
Okay.
I know what you're
That-
doing, and I don't know why.
Because I want to see. If I use my
Primeval awareness.
My primeval awareness, can I, like, does that help me notice that I'm being followed by one of my favorite enemies, which is humanoid? Because I can sense them around me within 5 miles, so I'd be able to sense where that one of them's, like, following me, or no, would that not work?
Nope. You said
Doesn't how many humanoids are going to be in this area.
said several thousand people around you.
Well, I know. But I meant the close ones.
I mean, it probably is
You
too
said
much.
5 of them around you.
And one directly underneath you. What? No, just kidding.
Dun. It's like whenever you turn around, it's always behind you. It's your shadow.
Shadows don't work that way.
I know. Leave me alone. The words came out and I realized they were wrong as I said them.
think
Leave me alone, Josh.
I think
Yeah,
shadows
not,
are
not unless one of your favorite enemies is Fae.
I think shadows are undead.
My favorite
the
enemy
shadow
is just
creature.
humanoid.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. So most of you make your way to the workshop.
Yeah.
I'm a humanoid.
Yeah, we kind of daisy chain our way there. Theron and Cal, then Omri, then William.
And you go inside and find Svork passed out on the ground.
Huh. Guess that makes sense.
He's been stabbed. No, just kidding.
He's been stabbed by the needle of sleep.
Although the carriage looks like it's been worked on.
Damn it, he fucked it up. No.
You should roll 2 tool checks for me. Or
Sure.
no, not you.
Not one.
Oh, me?
Just Tinker Tools?
No,
Yeah.
as for it.
Oof.
Ooh. Oh.
Alright. Yeah, you find half of the cart's pretty good.
The other half.
The other one I might have been a little delirious on.
Yeah, it looks like he started on the other half and passed out.
Omri's gonna walk over and just open up her water skin and just pour it on Svork.
Now, here's the real question. Is it something that I can work on with my big meat hands, or is it something that requires more
All right.
finesse?
Hang on. So, Omri,
Yeah, we'll resolve that after.
as you open up your water skin and start pouring it out, it pours and keeps pouring and keeps pouring and keeps going.
And Svork's drowning.
Yep.
Wait, I just I meant just like splash it on his face to wake him up.
Well,
not
you didn't
just drown
specify
him,
that.
not like
You
holding
didn't
it.
specify that.
Yeah, you said you were
Well,
gonna pour
jeez.
it out, so you sit there pouring for quite a while.
I
and
didn't
it
say
never
pouring
stops.
only on his face though, so pouring all over Svork.
Oh, so now he's just sopping wet.
Yes.
Yeah, you pour it all over him,
And
and
he's still
it
out.
feels
Still
like
doesn't
they're
wake up?
still full.
Does this wake me up at all?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm awake. You can stop, please.
I just keep going. I just keep like moving it all over him. Like
Yeah, it continues pouring.
At which point does it realize it should have been empty by now?
After
He's just
about
sort of enjoying
45
this.
seconds, it seems like it's kind of ridiculous that it's not even close to running out.
That
Are
is
you
a very
done?
full water skin.
I stop and look at it like, the fuck? Well, that's interesting. Look back at
Is-
Svork. Where the fuck have you been?
Probably working on the card.
I-
That's why it's more completed than it was when we left.
Yeah, what he said.
Although I think you should have stopped earlier. The second half doesn't look. No, it's not done yet. Never mind. What I see looks good though. Good gnomish craftsmanship. Be expected.
Why did you so rudely wake me up? A simple shoulder shake would have been enough.
I don't know. I feel like everybody should be having the same kind of day that I am. Get up.
That's mean.
Okay, I get up.
Did you not think to, come back after running away from the mansion the other night? The fuck's work?
I told all the others where I was going.
I looked back at Cal like, Cal!
I also sent you a note why I ran away. There was nothing we could do to help you there.
Well, Cal stayed, and it was helpful.
I was just under the impression that if we stayed, we were there to, make sure you weren't in trouble. And since there was trouble, I stayed. I did what I was asked.
I left because the trouble was outside, and so we would have gotten caught when the guards showed up. And they would have
Funny
assumed
thing, the
that
guards
we...
didn't show up until the next morning. So,
Wow, the guards in the city have gotten a lot worse.
well, turns out this whole, murder has been a bit of a fun story. Been great. Would have been, you'd know had you been there, but you weren't, because you ran away and then didn't even come back to the tavern.
Yes, because there were other things to do. A random
You didn't
murder
think you'd come get Cal
occurrence.
and Theron.
I assumed we would meet up here. They never showed, so I just kept working.
Yeah, that looks like it went real well.
Well,
As I look at the one half of the card that's kind of
Yes,
Was it?
I'll have
was
to
it,
fix that
Yeah.
once I
Was-
get more rest.
Was it like shoddy workmanship, or was it just like he started working on it? Was just like, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to do this.
Yeah, second one.
Okay, so it's less that it looks terrible. It's more that he realized he wasn't able to work on it. Okay, I just wanted that clarification. Continue.
Why are you constantly passing out in the middle of the day anyway?
Oh, because he's working at night.
He's not wrong. Do you have any other questions for Theron to answer on my behalf?
Or just goes back to rubbing her temples and is just like, men are idiots, men are idiots, men are idiots, and walks away.
Someone in the tavern here is chuckling to himself.
While they were having that conversation, I would like William to inspect the carriage.
Sure. Make an investigation
I
check.
honestly forgot that he was there.
I was actually about to say, start having Cal inspect the carriage, make sure, see what work is done, what needs to be done.
You accidentally,
Hopefully we don't bump into him.
you accidentally investigate and spot William.
I don't think that's gonna be possible.
William investigates the carriage pretty quickly. Figures out everything about it that he needs to.
Perfect.
Oh boy, I'm scared.
And then Cal, you can make a perception check. Looks like there's been work done.
What do I
Progress.
try?
Progress has been made in a direction.
So how close are we to finishing it?
How close would you say we are to finishing it, Josh?
Oh, it's about half done.
We're about halfway there.
Hmm.
I shouldn't say that. The main frame itself is done, and half of the actual carriage and decorating is done.
Okay, so my job here is mostly done then.
Unless there's any metal that needs to go into it.
Well, yeah, it's just more of the stuff that I with my big clumsy.
I mean, right now, probably nothing, but once, we get everything set up, I'm assuming the reinforced plates would be like the last thing to go on.
Okay, so I guess Theron can just work on those in the meantime.
Sure. Yeah, sure. That works.
Okay. I don't remember what I got to roll for that. I know it's a tool check. I just don't remember what I use for that.
Smith's tools.
Yeah, I just don't remember what attribute I use.
Wisdom.
Okay. I'm just. I need to actually set that up. Yeah, 0. That's what I meant.
Nothing.
Yeah, I roll and fail spectacularly.
Oh dear.
Okay. Not getting off to a good start.
Yeah, you don't do a great job so far.
How expensive is one of these reinforced plates?
Very.
I need an actual numerical amount, Josh.
Each plate's worth about 400 gold.
Shit. Okay, never mind then.
Ow.
I can't use Artisan's Blessing for that.
I wonder if that was intentional.
Yeah, I figured. It could have been 101 gold just to be really fucking annoying.
Ha!
God damn it! I can make most of one.
This
That
DM
one?
watches The Price is Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's 100 gold and 1 copper. Anyway. I guess that's what I'm doing with my day, is trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing.
I mean, once all the forging is done, it's not really a lot of use, so you could either just hang out or go do something else, I guess.
I mean, that's how I'm kind of flavoring that, is him just trying to get it right and keep fucking it up. He's just gonna spend all day trying to figure it out.
Ah, that's what you meant.
That's my day. Whatever everybody else wants to do is up to them.
I thought you meant figuring out what to do now.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's figuring out how to get these freaking plates right, because they're not working out.
Sure.
But enough about me. Let's go to somebody else.
Omri's gonna like walk over into like one of the corners of the workshop where nobody else is, I guess, and sort of just be like, "Svoric, come here."
Okay.
This isn't ominous at all.
So you go about 10 feet away to the corner.
And I stab him. No, I'm joking.
That escalated quickly.
I whip out a longsword that is probably bigger than Svoric.
I mean, it might be the size of Sword.
In
Not for human.
fun thieves' cant jargon, I will say to him
Oh, shit,
that-
Omri has that
I lost the words. We have a myriad problem.
Oh, really? That's...
Are you just saying that out loud in common?
No, I'm saying it in
Okay.
Thieves' Cant.
Yeah,
Just like, oh really? Just having like a one-sided like secret conversation.
Yeah.
Like the fuck's going on over there? Omri's lost her damn mind.
yeah, because at that point, Theron would be like, "She okay?"
Inside
Speaking in gibberish.
Just a bunch of jargon and then, oh really? Like, what?
yeah,
Omri's like,
I mean,
I mean, it's not like gibberish. It's like
yeah, it's disguised.
anybody that would be listening sounds like we're like talking about the weather or some other mundane shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's talking in code.
Yeah.
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 Let's roll perception, but he's
what-
too busy clanging away at the fucking place.
What
Anyways,
type of problem?
The murder and this job.
Okay, can you elaborate?
Now, if I remember correctly, the leader of the myriad in this area is the Margrave, because I can't remember from last week. My brain
Yeah,
hurts, and I was
I think
sick.
that's right.
That's
But
what
I think
Winston
that was
said.
it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what Winston
okay.
said.
I say that.
That's what you know.
Yeah.
True or not? Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Huh. Well, then that makes this a lot more important than I realized. I thought I was just killing an official, but apparently I'm killing the leader of our opposing group.
Whoa there, buddy. What's this our opposing group? You don't know that.
Are you part of the Myriad?
That was out of character, but Listen,
If you're going to
Thieves'
say
Cant, whoa,
something,
buddy.
if you're going to say out of character, like,
when would
start it
always
with
say,
that,
whoa,
because
buddy?
I am currently in character at the moment.
Sorry, that was out of character. But you don't know
Jeez.
technically that Omri is part of the class because
I'm so
Orc doesn't know.
confused.
I guess he just assumes.
You assumed that I was referring to the class.
Yeah, well, your group has a problem.
And we have been contracted by that group to do this deed. So it makes it our problem as well.
Hate this job.
Who got murdered?
The widow of the previous Margrave.
Isn't that who you were supposed to make sure wasn't going to be a...
But you know what? Lucky me, I didn't have to do any talking because she got stabbed.
Okay. So, why would the Myriad be interested in taking care of her when we wanted to take care of her? Usually their actions are contrary to what we want.
You know, I wish I had the answer to that, but lately people haven't been really giving me answers. It's very frustrating.
Sphoric bites down the impulse to say, lately?
the
The question is
Good
it a
impulse.
noticeable resistance?
Well, all we can really hope for is that the plan that our benefactor has in store will take care of this problem so it does not conflict with our plan.
When you say the word, well, I guess it'd be the thieves' cant word for benefactor. Omri just kind of like snorts and looks upset.
What's wrong? Trouble in paradise?
She just glares at you like really close to just slapping you.
It would make me wake up more.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Anyways,
Well,
the guards in this town are also complete idiots. There was this party of 600 people, and the words they gave me were, "We didn't know about it," which I find extremely hard to believe. And this dead body that girl's dead body was also just laying on the street until the next morning when they
They were
patrolled
probably-
by and found her.
they were probably paid off to not know anything about it.
Yeah. Probably. So, as per usual, don't trust the guards.
Of course not. Never do.
Oh god, please tell me you guys are close to getting this cart finished so we can be on our way.
I'd say we're about 60% done.
Josh, I don't remember, but did Winston give me like I thought I remember this, but it's possible I'm just slowly losing my mind. Like a general area where like the myriad sort of are located in the city? I can't remember if he did or not. Well, I
He
know
didn't
everywhere,
really
but I
give
meant like
you a specific location.
yeah, I know there wasn't much.
He
I meant
told
like just
you
like
that,
a general area of town.
he said that they tended to stick more toward the northeast,
That's
at
what.
least for
Okay.
what he thought.
Yeah.
But he's not entirely sure.
I
As
tell that to
much like the
Sforik.
clasp, they would be everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
So that's usually how things work with the different groups in the cities. They don't really have areas that they've claimed for themselves because that would make them too easy to target. They usually keep moving. It's a big city.
I know that, but it's just weird. None of them seem to run into each other. It's just I hate Western.
They
Honestly, I
probably
hate every big
do.
city.
They probably do run into each other. They just don't survive the encounter.
And then all of these murders are somehow covered up. Love it. He's just love it.
You know, acid is a very useful tool for that.
Well, yeah, but depending, you'd think that all these missing people would sort of raise an eyebrow.
You know, with the amount of farmers in this city, they probably just assumed one went too far out of town and got killed by a Ravager band or some other unknown danger
Tvorik, you and I
outside the
both
walls
know
of
that
civilization.
just because you're part of the clasp or the myriad, that there are many people that aren't just farmers that are part of those groups.
It's actually a very common cover identity. You'd be surprised.
Farmer or gang member?
Why would gang member be a cover identity?
It's like shouting, "Hey, I'm a ne'er-do-well who's doing bad shit."
It would be like a undercover investigator infiltrating one of our hideouts and saying, "Hi, I'm a guard."
Probably wouldn't believe him anyways, so
Well, if he was a fresh face, they'd probably just kill him just in case. Why risk it for the funny
go
guy?
the way we think it's gonna go.
All right. Well, was there anything else, or can I get back to work?
Solani and I also made a new friend at the party. He's been following us around.
Okay.
And I give him the general description of what William looks like and go, if you see a guy like that, just, ignore him.
Okay. I will keep it in mind.
All right, I'll let you get back to work.
And I do so. Said it was mid-afternoon, so it was probably about that time for me to wake up anyway.
And you do so.
I just like the backdrop of that conversation was just clang, 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 fuck!
In giant.
Yeah.
Cal says, no, like this.
Yeah. There we go. Cal's helping Theron figure out what the fuck he's doing wrong.
Yeah, I typed that a while ago.
Yeah, I know. I saw. Just I didn't want to interrupt the conversation.
No, you gotta double treat the metal, or else you won't get that nice shine.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it's for somebody who's really who's got money. That's all Theron really knows. Anyways.
And back to work we go.
Yep.
Woo!
Hi ho, hi ho.
And you spend the rest of the day working.
Do Omri and Solania or Garrus have anything they need to do for the rest of the day?
Josh already knows what I'm doing.
Well, yeah. Just wondering if maybe Garrus wanted to go and pick another drunk fist fight with an alley cat.
No, he's working through his stuff the right way.
Ah, not at the end of the bottle. Cool. Anyways.
Okay, grief. There, grief.
It was more that you paused there.
Omri will leave them working and go back to the tavern.
Garrus is just doing something.
William will follow Omri.
Mother fricker!
You don't know he's there.
I know, but he's just always there.
Yeah.
I'm always watching.
As
When it
William
turns out that-
follows, I need William to make a perception check.
Sure.
Meow.
With
Actually,
a roll,
Omri,
we
you
still
can make a
kids.
perception check too.
I'm sure mine will be just as good as his.
If I roll shit and you roll well.
That's not fair.
I just can't wait for us to get out of Western, and it turns out William actually has access to a scrying orb, and he's just constantly watching Omri.
Whereas
That's like
I'm like
a
27.
You're closer than you think.
I'm probably off by like
It was
1.
21.
One of those numbers is right.
Mm.
Was it the 2 or the 7?
73.
Jesus shit.
73. Oh my
He's
god.
got some 3.5 numbers.
All right, so Omri, you don't notice anything.
Of
I
course I
rolled a
don't.
73 on my stealth check. Yeah, you're just fucking gone rolling the character.
William does, however, notice a higher concentration of ravens.
Of ravens?
Of
Wow, that's
ravens.
pretty pathetic that the ranger doesn't notice a higher concentration of ravens.
I mean,
Wow.
That's what you get for choosing humanoids as your favorite enemy and not beasts.
Yeah, even though you are a ranger.
Are they like
Powerful link to beasts in the land around me.
are the ravens just like around, or are they like watching the
They
warehouse?
seem to be flocking toward the northeast.
Sorry, towards the what?
The
Northeast.
Oh, northeast. Oh. But they're just all going in that direction.
Yep, several murders.
I forgot that's what. No, I thought that was crows.
Yeah, that's
It is.
crows.
Technically,
yeah.
I
think-
interchanged them.
I think ravens I thought was a conspiracy.
Yeah, it is.
A
I
conspiracy.
was thinking Parliament, but I think that's owls. Anyways, yeah. Several conspiracies.
Several conspiracies.
that's I don't know.
Doesn't
if that's
doesn't
better.
really have the same weight as several murders.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, technically, given they would be crows.
Okay.
Unkindnesses. Anyways,
So this is a very strange occurrence for William because of his relationship with crows, but he assumes it has nothing to do with that relationship and it's just something else. So
I mean, yeah, given his insight.
and now for the telltale decision making part was, do you follow the crows or do you follow Omri? I guess it depends which direction is Omri going.
She would be going east.
Okay. Luckily, I can be in two places at once. I'm going to send my familiar to follow Omri while I follow the crows.
Okay.
And with the orders to blink back to his pocket dimension if anything harms Omri.
Okay.
Oh, he cares. Whereas you'll notice that Garrus is nowhere to be seen.
All right, Omri, you make it back to the inn, and you go inside and find Garrus is not there.
There's just like Solania sitting alone at a table.
Yes.
I thought he rolled for it. Just, maybe not.
I was waiting for her to respond.
Right,
Okay.
If Solania is there, he would let her know where he's going, but he would also have left a note.
Yeah. So there's a note sitting in front of her, and Solania, you know that Garrus went off to find a temple.
Okay.
In Western? No, just kidding.
I was just gonna wave at Tommy. Hey, let it go.
I can confirm my statement. Men are idiots.
You want a flower crown?
Also, I just realized he's walking through a city with a wristband of peonies on his.
Yeah, he is.
Just covered in flowers.
No, he's gonna keep it.
At the mention of Flower Crown, is there any like mirrored sort of surface in this area of the tavern?
Hold up, he's talking to our roommate at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can always grab a spoon.
Okay, like a little bigger than a spoon. Damn, how many roommates you guys got? Do they have? I didn't know if we had like mirrors in our rooms.
As far as I know, it's Mike and the guy.
No, there's four of us.
Oh,
As
shit.
far as- I just
Alright.
assume that there's a third entity that just exists.
Yeah, it's the cat.
Sorry, there's five of
You
us.
can do it.
Can't forget the kitty.
Yeah,
Buddy,
yeah,
stop
yeah.
doing that. Stop it. You're being weird. Don't look at me like that.
I don't know why I thought you were talking to your roommate.
Yeah, I was like, John.
Like, I knew you were talking to your cat, but I thought you were talking to your roommate, and I was just like, what?
You're being
was
weird,
you
stop it.
wanting to do?
Are there any like mirrors down here in this part of the tavern? Do we have mirrors in our room?
They're in your rooms, they're not in this part of the tavern. Actually, no, there would be one. Behind the bar.
So yeah, at the mention of the whole flower crown thing, Omri's gonna like sort of have like a flash of kind of minute panic across her face. and she's gonna like run over to the mirror, panic more,
Check her hair.
and then run upstairs.
Simple no would have been okay, but
I am glad you're not making me roll like religion checks or anything.
Now that you said it.
She'll lock the door when she gets up there and use a whole ass bottle of ink.
what?
I think
Yeah,
She's a
what-
vampire.
suffice.
About that time of the
She's a vampire, but only with ink.
Yep. I need it. Gotta get that shit
You gotta drink that ink.
straight into the veins.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Is that how you get that gray flesh tone?
She's green.
I don't know. That picture looks gray.
Well, I mean, it's fucking a black and white image, Mike.
Oh.
You ass.
Okay. So, William,
Yeah.
you follow this strange display from crows. And they all seem to be circling something in an alleyway.
Just all of them?
Yeah. Like big circles.
Like a
Seem
fucking like
centralized
bird
around.
tornado. Jesus.
Pretty
Okay.
much.
I will.
As you, yeah.
Yeah, I'll cautiously approach
All right. As you cautiously approach,
from the rooftops.
Fuck off, Joe.
you-
Fuck off, Joe.
you look into the alley and find a figure stepping out of this tornado of crows,
Oh, nice.
and then begin walking off
Is
in a
it-
random direction.
Is it a woman?
Nope.
Okay. Whew. Okay. Dodge the bullet. Cool. I will follow the figure then.
Okay. You follow the figure for several minutes before it seemingly stops, looks around a little bit, and then you notice another large swarm of crows circle it, and it disappears.
Interesting.
Isn't suspicious at all.
What the fuck?
Given your perception, you did get a pretty decent look at it. You noticed that it was a cloaked figure, wore a very simple studded leather armor set up underneath, but appeared to be tracking something
Huh.
or someone.
When it was walking, which direction was it going?
Further northeast.
Oh, okay. So we're going the same direction anyway. I would like to take out my. Oh, hold on. Let me remind myself what the name of this fucking item is. Okay. I would like to take out my crystal ball and
Okay.
try to scry on this figure.
Okay.
DC's 17.
As you attempt to scry on the creature, nothing happens.
My God. Why did you predict so well, Ryan?
Yeah, I fucking laughed when he said that. I was like, oh shit, that's funny. All right. Well, do I get the sense that they just made their save, or if they're magically protected from divination?
You would know it would be magical protection.
Okay. Respect. Okay. Well. I think, yeah, I have to see them in order to use the secondary ability. Alright, then, yeah. I'll just put the ball back into my bag then. And do I see another concentration of crows anywhere?
Not at the moment.
Okay,
They seem to all be kind of dispersing of their own.
interesting. Well, seeing how no other clues as to where this figure could be specifically, then I will start making my way to the Margrave's Keep.
Okay.
Fuck, we're dead.
In order to make the other players feel better, I'm going there in order to see if I can find out if he is actually part of the Myriad or not.
Okay.
Sure.
If
This
it's
is
not,
reassuring.
if it's not nighttime yet, then I will wait until night falls.
Sure. It would not be nightfall yet. No.
Okay. Then I will wait.
It would be about 4 hours.
Well, fuck. Oh yeah, it is summer, isn't it? Fuck.
Yep.
God
And over the
damn.
course of that 4 hours, you would see several bird NATO touchdowns.
Oh. Well, if there's more, then yeah, I would keep on like trying to find out more information about this figure using birds as their teleportation system. If I can catch up to the birds fast enough to do anything about it.
Why would you not use birds as a teleportation system? That's
Uh,
amazing.
Well, it seems to kind of be a little
Also-
obvious.
Yeah. It's definitely not subtle.
Yeah.
It's not subtle. That's why like it's difficult to spot at first if you're not actively tracking them.
If
Okay.
you don't have the keen eyes of one such as
What if I am
Sir William.
actively tracking them?
No, you would be able, like William would know where they're going.
Oh, okay. So like there's
once they like join up, you could spot it.
all right.
But
Am I
like just actually there's no actual pattern to what's going on.
okay?
So
Yeah,
it's just like
it's-
one random spot, a bunch of crows appear and then disappear. Like a
That
few
was
seconds later.
So
yeah, that was my next question. Whether like there was a pattern to it.
Yeah, so probably
no
to the
pattern,
unobserved
but-
eye, it would just look
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, so I mean, like William would follow after one spot, and then shortly thereafter, you notice the crows dispersing, and then like a few blocks away, something else touches down. A few seconds later, it disappears again. There's no pattern. It's just a bunch of random happenstance.
Okay.
Is it all the same person?
Is it all like in kind of like a certain like block radius though?
It's within the northeast section,
Right.
so it's pretty big area.
Okay. So just the whole fucking residential ward, just these
Yep.
crows just pop in and out. Okay. Great. Then yeah. I guess I'll just chase crows until night lands, trying to gain as much information about this weird cloaked person.
That's a funny visual.
Yeah, too bad Phantom Steed can't fly. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Okay. So for the next several hours, that's what we're doing.
Yep.
Fork and Theron and Cal are all working on the cart.
Yep.
Omri is. Oh, I don't really know what Omri's doing.
Brooding. Pouting.
Listening to Linkin
Saladin
Park.
is. I don't know that either.
She's
All right,
just
well,
kind of
let's
chilling.
cut to the two of you. Yeah.
Nah?
Hey, I was
Nothing?
muted. Woo!
Woo.
Yeah.
You have a
Is
bad
there
habit
always-
of doing that.
it was completely accidental because I was typing a bunch of stuff and I didn't want it to be like while everyone was talking.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, Omri's just in the room, panicking, then brooding, then just being angry at everything.
Okay.
I'm locked out of the room, so.
That's true.
All right. And then night falls.
I'll unlock the door when it gets to nighttime. So Salami
Oh,
can
wow.
come in.
Just stuck out there that whole time.
It's fucked up.
And everyone goes to bed,
Except for William.
except for William.
Time for
And-
Mike to have another moment.
And technically Sphoric because of what his sleep schedule's like right now.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, Kyle
Yeah,
would
sure.
actually stay up and try and help a little bit late into the night, too. Just since they were slacking the day before, he wants to get a little bit extra work in to help out.
Okay. And as night falls, William, you find your way back to the Margrave's Keep.
Yep,
Find that it's pretty heavily guarded.
of course. I would be surprised if it wasn't.
The only building in the city that seems to be guarded anyway.
Well, I am going to sneak in under the buffs from Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
That only lasts an hour.
Yeah. I only need
Yeah.
to sneak in. Getting out isn't the problem.
Oh, right. I forgot you're probably a rogue multi-class.
Anyways.
Alright. So you want me to roll stealth?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so add 10 to this.
As if he didn't have a high enough stealth modifier.
Okay.
43.
Nah, I didn't roll that well.
It was only a 41.
No, actually, it was like a 35.
In any case, probably enough to succeed.
Okay. You easily sneak in. There's nobody that can perceive you as you go inside.
Yep.
As they're just basic fucking guards.
And I am going to try and make my way into the Margrave's study to look through his shit to see if I can find anything tying him to the Myriad, although I will not do it immediately if the Margrave is in there.
Okay. So
Just
you
walks in, gets stabbed.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Sure.
Okay. It takes you a little bit longer than expected. But eventually you
Who
do find this.
designed this place?
I know. It's a weird layout. But eventually you do find the study and find that it's
Find that it's what?
empty.
Okay. Then, yep, I will start looking through his shit. First checking to make sure it's not trapped so I don't blow my hand off or something.
Okay.
And then, yeah, start searching his stuff, which, because now I'm doing something that is right in front of me, my eyes of minute seeing gives me advantage on those investigation checks.
Yep.
Jesus, how high level is this motherfucker?
High enough.
I just have a lot of shit.
That's true.
Yeah, go ahead and make your
You are
investigation.
also
Yeah,
makes
okay,
sense.
there it is. Yep, okay, sure, yeah.
Just like, yep, that's a way to neuter my encounter.
Good that you had advantage.
Oh.
Yeah, William does find
Oh yeah,
several...
one of those was a nat one.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
I liked how Josh just seemed like he was like, well, fuck me, I guess.
I knew this was coming. I prepared for it.
I
Yeah.
figured. I would hope so.
You do find several letters that do tie the Margrave to the mirror. Some addressed out to people of assorting names, telling them to keep their eyes out for particularly. You notice that there's 3 names that arise more often than others. I can't remember the names off the top of my head.
Okay.
But you do see those names everywhere. Seemingly like suspicious of them.
All right. And those names are present in multiple letters, not just the one?
Yes, in all of them.
Okay. In all of them?
Yep.
All right. Do I get the sense that these might have been planted? Can I compare them to some other letters that the Margrave has written to see if they've been forged at all?
Sure. Just go ahead and make a general insight check, or I guess you could do investigation too.
Good question to ask.
I will do investigation because I have advantage.
Good question to ask. Would not have thought of that.
Ooh.
All right. You do find that they are exactly the same handwriting as every other.
All right. Interesting.
Silence intensifies.
None of us are there.
All right. So the 3 names that would be uncovered would be spiraling, fetch.
Did that super cut out for anyone else, or was that
Yeah.
Yeah, it cut out.
I
for
caught.
you.
I caught.
Spiraling.
Yeah. I caught the start of the first name or name,
First
title,
word,
and
and that
then
was
the
it.
last.
Yeah, you might want to start that over again there, Josh. The 3
Unless-
names.
I mean,
It's probably because he was far away from his computer when he was saying it.
I was, yes. All right, so the three names that are uncovered are Spiraling Golesh, Spiraling Owlin, and Spiraling Fetch.
Assuming the three spiralings that run this outlet of the city.
It could be assumed.
Yeah. I mean, why would he care about spiralings in a different city? That wouldn't make sense.
Those are their names.
All right.
For its tracks. I don't know.
Well, taking that into account, and seeing that it has been confirmed that he is at least part of the Myriad. I don't know if I necessarily believe that he's the leader, but he's at least part, so
At least
with
a
that.
contributor.
Yeah, exactly. With that, I will start making my way out of the keep. If I meet any difficulty getting out of the keep, I'll just use my Cloak of the Mountebank to dimension door out.
Yeah, they don't even notice you.
Perfect. So I don't even have to use that. All right. That paranoia board that the noble lady that was murdered, that I for the life of me cannot remember her name, did it point to Jessica? That's what it was. Did it point to any specific places in the Northeast?
No.
Okay.
It was just a bunch of people. There was no places.
All right. Then I will start making my way into the Northeast Ward with the intention of trying to find Myriad thugs and beat the information out of them.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
All right.
I mean, does he really beat it out of them, or does he just straight up stab one of them and then just, you're next if you don't start talking?
I prefer not to kill people if I don't have to.
That's fair.
It's hard to make dead people talk.
That's fair.
Not if you have Speak with Dead.
I don't have that spell. Do I have that spell? That's
I
not a
don't-
ritual spell, is it?
No,
Yeah, then I don't have that spell.
I don't get that spell until at least next level.
Ha!
Heh.
Natural
Okay.
20.
Yeah.
So like a 37.
William does find a small group shady folk walking about. And actually, with that too, you would see the mark of the
Sure.
very well hidden, but
It's
They're
like
just really bad at hiding it.
like they're walking and just like the sleeve cuff just like moves slightly, and I'm just like see like the bare like edge of it, but can go from there infer the rest of the mark. And like, yep, found one.
yep, you find it on one. You're not sure about the other four, but
So I know which one to leave conscious.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Are they just like walking down the
They're
street?
just walking down the street. They haven't seemed to notice you. Wait, let me make sure. Yeah, no, not even close.
Sure, yeah.
Do we
Alright.
have to make sure, or was it more of just a formality?
Actually, no, that was close.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
oh.
Not
Even
nearly
with
as close. Like not with the path without trace. Not.
yeah, I was gonna say even with the pass without trace. Yeah.
Well, it would be past the hour now.
Oh, it has been past the hour. Okay. Fair enough.
So they got close to the other number,
Gotcha.
but we're still a bit of a ways off.
Yeah. All right. How do I want to go about this? How populated is the street?
Not very populated. It seems it's just them and then a few stragglers, like beggars and other people. And you do still notice a high density of crows.
Nearby or just kind of like off in one direction?
Kind of nearby. They seem to
Hmm.
be more or less circling for now.
Okay. Interesting. Then, I am going to drop down into a nearby alley. Turn on the illusion to give myself my noble attire, and then I will come out of the alleyway as they're passing by and play the lost noble in the wrong part of town.
All right. Yeah, as you come out, they immediately notice. And one of them, the one that you looked at and saw the tattoo, looks at you and goes, "Oi, you look lost."
Oh yes, I am lost. Which way to the Opal Ward? I've been walking around here for hours. Ever since the sun went down, I haven't been able to find my way around.
Whereas a man like you doesn't have bodyguards.
Well, I actually slipped my detail. I don't really. They're not a lot of fun. They try to keep me shut up in the mansion most of the time.
Hmm. Which mansion's yours?
Well, actually, I'm just visiting from out of town.
Hmm. All right, make a deception check.
Sure.
33.
I mean, technically, I'm not lying.
Well, you are about the detail.
Which about the all right, fair enough.
Roll for half truth.
It's like 30% lie.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Oh, that's a low
Whoa.
number.
Yeah, he gives you a quizzical look. It's like,
If anything, this is probably playing off to my advantage because I'm trying. It's making me. I'm trying to like sound
Sucker them in.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks at you and goes, "Well, we can help out with that. You can come with us to the Opal Ward. We'll lead you there."
Oh my god, polite sucks.
Oh, great. Oh, I'm so glad that I ran into you gentlemen.
they understand the value of a masquerade. It's unfortunate that they're about
You
to
do
fucking
notice
jump.
too, with your passive perception, that the crows seem forming
They're forming what?
more above you. As in
Oh,
they
look.
seem to be
Here we go.
circling overhead.
Oh, good. I have an audience.
And as they begin walking, the crows seem to swarm down. And after a few seconds, I gotta change the mood real quick here.
Oh, good. Okay. Were they looking for me this whole time?
No.
Okay, that would have been real funny. I'm just like, what are they looking for? Oh, it was me.
Oh no.
Oh man.
And then, as the crows disperse, you see a figure similar from before, but this time attached to each wrist, you see a blade
Oh.
connected around behind the back by a chain. And he looks at 5 people that are standing there.
Kratos?
Very similar, actually. The weapon design is pretty much identical, yeah.
Kratos, but with ravens. With ravens instead of
This
overriding
time,
anger and
Ravos.
You would notice
Damn it,
in
Tori.
the individual's face is covered partially by a mask, up to just below the eyes, and the eyes look very like dead.
So, Kratos from the neck down and Bucky from the neck up.
I mean, yeah, kind of similar. Yeah,
Who the hell is Bucky?
that's a actually pretty close representation of what they look like.
Oh my god, that's really funny.
As this individual stands there, you notice that a chilling aura seems to reach out and coat around the blades
Oh.
before he just kind of looks at the 5 people and looks
Have they
over at you
noticed him
like,
yet?
Oh yeah, he's standing
Oh, okay.
in the middle of them, but he has surprised them before just jumping on one of them and just slaughter.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. And then as that individual dies, you watch as he reaches down, pulls up a small cage,
Oh.
and you see this essence pull out of the person before getting trapped in the cage.
Oh, nice.
I want those blades.
Nice.
What how are the other guys reacting to this?
Well, they're scared out of their fucking mind.
Oh fuck. Jim's
And
dead.
they all look at you like panicking as they like leap back, and they're like, you might want to run before they take off running.
Okay.
If you'd like, you can make an against one of
No, that's fine. I won't take an attack of opportunity. Is the figure chasing them, or is he just standing there staring at me as he harnesses this soul?
At this point, as
Shit,
he
guys,
finishes
Jimmy's dead.
harnessing the soul, he looks at you and like very quizzically, like
I
questioning.
ready the dodge action.
Yeah. Before both like the chain and both blades that are attached to him disappear before he turns and chases after the people fleeing.
Okay. I'll chase after him then, just from a
Okay.
distance, just being like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. As you make chase after him, you notice that the 4 remaining thugs split into various alleyways, and you see as another swarm of crows engulfs him before disappearing and then reappearing off to the side.
All right, I will teleport onto the rooftop to get a vantage point
Okay.
to watch these events unfold as I follow along.
You teleport onto the rooftop just in time to see him basically jump from the top as he pulls out a giant spear and stabs it downward. And you do notice that the spear is attached from its end by a chain that seems to attach behind the neck of this individual.
Oh shit, he's scorpioning a motherfucker.
the spear disappears. He seems
I'm-
to be engulfed again.
I'm
Bitch, did I say
noticing
you
a
could leave?
theme here.
There is a theme.
It's like, this guy has a lot of chained weapons.
Ah, I see what his kink is.
And then
That's the pervert response.
yeah, basically the next 2 times, he would be reappearing in different locations. As they flee, it gets further and further from you.
I will. He goes after the other 2. I will go after the 5th guy. Because
Okay.
I'm assuming he's just gonna try and get all of them. So I want to be there when he
Be a
kills
good
the last.
assumption. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you would show up actually shortly before he does with the last target, which is the one with the tattoo. So the guy sees you coming up behind him and is like, "You're supposed to run."
Well, okay, hold on. Before I show up, while there's all this running around, when I got to the rooftops, I would have dropped the noble illusion, so I'm
Okay.
in my normal dark clothing with my mask, which, funny enough, is the opposite of his mask. It goes from the nose up.
Yeah.
And then, so when I get to the 5th guy before he does, I'm just going to strike him and do a stun and strike.
Okay. Now go ahead and roll your attack.
Oh.
Alright.
Okay. Okay.
Oh wow, that was low.
Okay, yeah, that misses.
Alright, second attack. There we go, that's better.
All right, yeah, that misses. No, I'm just kidding. All right, yeah, you deal 9 damage to this individual.
And then I stun him.
Yep. So he needs to make a con save.
Yeah. You rolled a nat 20, it still misses.
Yeah, no, that's gonna fail. That is a 16.
I was gonna say the DC was 21.
Yeah.
Jesus shit.
Wait, is it wisdom or dex? I can never remember.
Whiz.
Oh, then 20, sorry.
Yeah, your key saves are based on your wisdom.
Yep. You rolled a 16, so.
Either way, he fails.
Yeah, so he's just stunned there.
Oh,
And,
fuck.
this individual's turn, it shows up and just looks at you quizzically, seemingly
Doing
staring
my way.
right through your illusion.
Well, I'm no longer illusioned.
Oh, you're yeah.
I was illusioned before. This
Gotcha.
is how I am now.
So it seemingly recognizes you.
Yeah. And I as I just kind of like square off standing next to this guy, I say, hold off. I have some questions for this one. Then you can have him.
He looks at you, and then both of the blades reappear. And then he crosses his arms.
In like,
continuing waiting.
oh, and like, okay, good.
Yeah, both blades are attached to his wrists, so he's not actively.
He's not
Sure.
actually crossing his arms.
Well, he is, but they seem to just sink into his skin without an issue.
Oh, that's unsettling.
Yeah.
It's just like a moment of gross before turning to the stunned guy, and
Actually, in
I
his aura too, you do notice he gives off a faint light from his blades.
okay, interesting.
Hey, cool. I don't care.
So I will then grapple the guy and wait for him to not be stunned anymore.
Yeah, at the end of your turn, he is no longer stunned. He just starts screaming.
No, he doesn't, because of silence.
Okay. He goes to start screaming, but nothing comes out.
I kind of wait a second for him to like realize that.
Register it.
Yeah. It takes him a few seconds before he's like,
Wait.
and you see him mouth the word "oh."
Oh, fuck.
And then with my free hand, I just put a finger up to my lips and wait for him to nod.
He sits there for a few seconds, looking in between, before like very hesitantly going, "Yeah," and shaking his head.
All right. And I will stop concentrating on the silence spell. And before he can start screaming again like an idiot,
Yeah, I say he doesn't.
I say, well, my friend, you find yourself in a bit of a predicament. I need information. Don't interrupt me.
Who is he?
Bitch,
Who am I?
was finished.
Should say, who are you?
He's so
This is-
scared that he lost his own identity.
Listen to what I have to say if you care about surviving this encounter.
Okay.
Yeah, God, that just stuck in my mouth for a second. Jesus. So,
This accountant, what?
I was like I said count, and then like the last syllable didn't come out for like a full second. Like
He
count.
wants to survive
turn.
this encounter.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
What do I mean? Oh man.
Yeah, this guy's pants are just filled with bricks at this point.
Oh,
Shit, oh, fuck, oh shit.
You work for the Myriad. I want to know who you answer to and where.
Make an intimidation check. I'll give you advantage because of the shady figure standing.
Honestly, I'm surprised you have all the advantage.
Yeah, as far as this dude knows, you two are working together.
All right. Yeah, he's like, I answered a Grimshaw.
And where can I find Grimshaw?
Right now, probably with the Margrave.
Interesting. Does he hold a position in the Margrave's cabinet? Or is he there of his own volition?
I don't know if he holds a position, but I just know he's a member of the guard.
That would be a position, okay.
What do you want with me?
Oh. You don't have to worry about what I want with you. You have to worry about what he wants with you.
His head just slowly turns. Oh, please don't. Can I just come with you?
So please don't. I've got a wife.
I don't care where
and
we're going.
kids. Got a wife and kids.
Maybe you should have joined the Myriad then.
Yeah, no kidding. Tell you what. If you can tell me every major lieutenant that works for the Myriad under the Margrave, then I will take you with me.
I don't know all of them. I just know the one, and he watches he just like panics as he says that, and then just turns toward the other individual, just like, please, I don't know their names.
Is
Why
he
not?
telling the truth?
It appears to be.
All right. That's a shame. Then there's nothing I can do for you. And I toss him towards the
Mr. Chains.
Winter Kratos. I don't fucking know.
All right.
I like Mr.
As
Chains.
you toss him that way, you do notice that the figure like unfolds his arms, and then the myriad agent gets up and is like, "Wait, no, please!" And you watch as his head just explodes.
It's a North. This is the North Star shit.
What?
Like the guy didn't really like do anything, and then the other guy's head exploded.
It didn't seem to do much. You could tell he cast a spell.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Some fist of the North Star.
William would recognize that spell.
Yeah. You would know a psychic scream if you heard one.
Yep.
Oh.
That is nice that he didn't target me with that, because he could have.
I mean, you kind of helped him out there.
Not really. He didn't
Yeah,
need my
that's
help.
That's
I just kind of like, hold on. Can I talk to him first? Thank you. Here you go.
yeah. I was gonna stab you.
I'm glad I'm not with William.
Yeah.
So,
The person looks up at you, just like, "Why do you hunt the myriad?"
well, for a couple reasons, but mostly because the myriad is a plague on this city.
Plague is a force to be dealt with. All evil organizations must be wiped out.
Right. It seems we have similar motivations.
My motivations are not my own.
Wait.
Really? Whose motivations are there?
I serve a higher power.
I have a lot of experience with higher power. Maybe I know him.
Doubtful.
Try me. I might surprise you.
Perhaps another time. Before, as he says that, the swarm of crows envelops him. He disappears.
Ah, damn it.
Seemingly, as the crows fly toward
Toward where?
the northeast. Out of the city.
Out of the city, okay. I make a note and just say to myself, curiouser and curiouser.
Did Mike happen to catch his race?
Did I happen to catch his race?
Yeah, I'll allow you to. We'll retcon a investigation check.
Retroactive.
We'll do perception.
You could also just go off my passive. Because it
Honestly,
wouldn't
he
really be
was
something I'd
looking
be
at the guy.
looking for
Oh
specifically,
yeah, true.
just something that I would like notice.
I mean, you
Yeah.
are kind of looking at him.
And I do have a high passive perception with my observant feat.
You do. That's right. Yep. So yeah, we'll just go off your passive. You would tell that even though the creature you dealt with was undead, as you would have been able to tell, you did see remnants of
Remnants of what?
what used to be horns poking off the top of his skull. You would guess that at one point this was a tiefling.
Oh my god, I love it.
Interesting.
Fucking pharaoh.
Huh. That's awesome. I'm not even mad. That's awesome.
Question is he still Pharaoh?
No.
Of course not.
No, there's no aspect of him that is Pharaoh. His
Yeah.
body is about the only thing that remains, because his soul has been replaced with something else, and the part of him that was Pharaoh has been destroyed by his father.
Well, this just became real interesting.
Not even mad. That's amazing, Josh.
Thank you.
Huh. I was like,
I'm-
way. Yeah, just you wouldn't know him, motherfucker.
I'm glad we're not against him now.
That we're aware of.
Dun
Oh.
dun dun.
Man, I would have taken Psychic Scream as my 9th level Mystic Arcane.
Josh, when I was looking through the Margrave's papers, did I see anything about a Grimshaw?
He was referenced. Yep. As head. Yeah, it would be head of the guard.
Head of the guard. Interesting. Okay.
Lofty
Okay.
position.
Guessing that all guards in the city answer to him.
So that's why they didn't respond.
That's why Pitch got a promotion.
That is very interesting. Because that would mean the head of the guard would be easy to find. What time is it?
It would be just after midnight.
We'll still have a couple hours before dawn. Let's go pay Grimshaw a visit.
Don't you need, like, sleep?
Do I?
Do I? I don't know if that was an actual question to Josh. You just being a shit.
Well, I know the answer.
Yeah, I assume Mike does too. So I think it's just him being a shit.
I already said earlier, it's like you assume I'm a humanoid.
Goddamn doppelgangers taking what we look like. Stealing our faces.
All right. So for the sake of ease, I will say it does not take you long to find Grim.
Cool.
He would be at the Margraves, hanging out, having his midnight tea.
All right. If he's at the Margraves, then I am going to wait to see if he ever goes home, because I'm assuming he doesn't sleep at the Margraves Keep.
Oh, he seems to, as you sit and wait, at around 6 in the morning, when the sun starts coming up, like just starts to, and a few other guards enter the building, he seems to leave and go home.
Then I will follow him home.
Okay. He goes back to the residential district, right around the same area that you encountered those myriad thugs. Before going inside one of the houses.
Oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, oh fuck.
All right.
Guess I can turn the music back. It's no longer an intense situation.
It's about to be.
I got other music for that.
Oh, okay.
I like how ominous that was too. Oh, it's about to be. I'm loving this movie that I'm watching.
Does Grimshaw have a wife? Or any family?
Not that you can tell by looking at the house.
Any
Oh, yeah.
serving staff?
Nope.
He lives in the house by himself.
Seems like it.
Seems too easy. I will cautiously sneak into his house, checking for traps.
Okay. I will take your passive investigation for this.
Sure.
You don't find any traps.
Great.
And you sneak inside and find him asleep in his bed.
All right. I look around his house. Does he have a basement?
You would have seen stairs that go downward.
Great.
You would assume that there was a basement.
Then I am going to return to him in his bed and poison him with a sleep poison.
Okay. Assuming he needs to make a con save.
Yep. DC 17.
Alright, he just barely fails.
Great.
Roll a
Then
16.
I will take the now drugged Grimshaw to his basement
You do so.
and tie him up for a nice long conversation.
Okay. So the big question is, when you get down to the basement, you notice another staircase leading down.
Huh. Let me check a spell real quick. Alright. I am going to ritual cast the augury spell
Okay.
to see if I was to go down the next flight of stairs, if I would find good results, bad results, mixed results, or results that do not fall under any of those categories.
Mixed results.
Well, I will tie up Grimshaw in his basement, and then investigate the second staircase to see if it leads to another room, if the room is close, or if there's like a bit of a ways before the wherever this staircase lead goes.
Okay, so you're just gonna follow it until you eventually meet some.
Yeah.
Okay. You go down 5 more flights of stairs.
All right.
Um,
I feel like that's plenty.
Jesus shit.
Yeah. Before finding that this is a access point to the sewers, deep underground.
Interesting.
Like, you're guessing that these aren't the normal sewers of the city, but another set that was made strictly for water to flow, no actual that comes through here, and that is meant as more of a access point in various parts of the city.
Okay, cool. Then I am going to go up one of those flights of stairs back to ritual cast a alarm spell on that landing of those stairs, and then set it to mental ping, so I'll let me know if any, as long as I stay within 1 mile, that anyone will make their way through there. And then I will go back up to Grimshaw and resume what I was initially planning to do.
Okay.
Will anyone else get the sense that he just made Batman?
You do so, and go back up to Grimshaw. Eventually, he wakes up. I don't know how long sleep poison lasts for. Shame on me.
It's interesting because it's like he was already asleep.
Yeah.
So it's like, would it wake him up when it wore off, or would he just keep sleeping?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Seeing as he was sleeping, and he just kept sleeping, I would say that like the sleep poison didn't disturb him in his sleep.
Yeah,
He would just keep going.
Yeah, that's mostly what I was going for. I just didn't want to wake him up while I moved him to the basement.
So I'd say like an hour
he was
goes by,
sleeping.
and you would know that the poison's like worn off by now.
Yeah, it's usually like an hour. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds right.
Just gave us some melatonin.
Yeah. All right, and then I will wake him up.
Okay. You wake him up, and he startles himself awake. It's like, huh? What?
Oh, I did gag him. I forgot to say that.
Oh.
Ah, good morning, Grimshaw. Sorry to
Very seriously.
wake you up so early after your late shift last night. No, I don't think we've met before.
Can William actually understand him, or is he just fucking with him?
I'm just fucking with him.
Yeah.
At this point, it's hard to tell. He's very Batman.
I am the knight.
I mean, I kind of am.
In Shadow Monk Road combo, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you see, Grimshaw, I recently learned that you and your boss are part of a very nefarious organization. Yes, quite. This, sorry, I don't really do this that often. I just thought you were here alone. I thought it'd be easy enough to just get information out of you this way. Basically, Grimshaw, if you would like to survive the day, I would like you to tell me exactly who in the city council and the city guard are agents of the Myriad, and which ones you're just using out of convenience.
He shakes his head no.
That is unfortunate. I was really hoping to start this day without getting my hands dirty, but if that's how you're going to be. And then I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force on him.
Okay.
Oh, no. I was thinking Phantasmal Killer. I was like, oh god.
For a minute-long excruciating pain, basically. I would go until he went unconscious and then just heal him up right away, assuming that 10d6 psychic damage is enough to knock him unconscious.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, alright. That's good. That gives me a frame of reference in case he breaks free and I need to
Rough him
heal
up.
him back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
It would
heal
be
him.
after taking the law of averages after the 8th.
After the 8th
Yes.
round? Okay. Cool. I will heal him for... Oh, good roll for that.
Okay. And he panics more.
For this inspecific amount of HP that only Josh and Mike know. sorry. I get a little overzealous sometimes. I thought you might last a bit longer. I mean, we've only been going for like almost 50 seconds.
Phrasing?
If that's all it's gonna take, Grimshaw, then you do not have much hope for lasting longer than that. Let alone the day. I have a whole day planned out.
I had a whole day, and now you're ruining it.
Are you gonna be a bit more helpful now? You got a nod
no.
or shakes his head no? Okay.
Time
All
to
right.
employ Batman tactics.
I didn't really want to have to do this. And I will go into my bag and pull out a vial. And so that... Do you know what this is, Grimshaw? Yeah, I didn't think so. Pull out a syringe and start kind of measuring it. This is something called Remoraz blood. Have you ever run into a Remoraz before? No, you probably haven't. They live more to the far north. Surprisingly enough, they're not cold-blooded. They have quite a high body temperature. A lot of people think that body temperature comes from like their muscles and whatnot, but actually it is a enzyme in their blood. By this point, the syringe has been filled, and I just start kind of like tapping it a little bit. You see, when this enzyme enters other creatures' bloodstreams, it is excruciatingly painful. Your entire body will feel like it's on fire. Hopefully your nerve endings give out. You'll know when that happens when you start feeling the cold. Now, this is your last chance, Grimshaw, before I have to stick you with this.
Roll a persuasion check.
All right.
With advantage.
Yeah, I'd say with advantage.
Cool.
After describing how he's going to die in miserable agony.
I mean, yeah, the blood would probably kill him. So.
I'd imagine.
Self, don't piss off William ever.
All right, there you go, Josh.
All right. He shakes his head yes.
Okay, man, just don't fucking kill me. Shit, you're serious? I thought it was just a prank, bro.
Josh, when you say he shakes his head yes.
Yes. What I actually meant was he nods his head yes.
Ah, okay. I wasn't sure if like you were being like flippant or if he just like is starting to go like mad with fear or something.
No, he
Well,
nods. He
he
nods his
is.
head no.
He is, and that's a good representation. Shakes his.
He shakes his head, but like from the way I could tell, with my passive insight, I can tell he means yes.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
shaking his head
Yeah.
like, no, not that. Okay, I give up.
All right. Good. and I will remove the gag.
He spits in your face.
And then he plunges in with the needle.
I dodge the spit.
Yes, you do. You're not gonna catch it?
Oh, that's a good question. It is technically a missile.
Oh god.
No, I am not going to catch the spit.
Yeah, you just gotta dodge it.
And then throw it back in his face.
All right,
2 points of damage.
names, or you get the stick.
Phrasing.
He actually pulls out a stick.
For the sake of not spoiling the names, I will say he gives them to you.
Great.
I just want it to be a surprise for everyone else.
Sure. Sounds good.
Which means you'll probably get the list in Discord.
Or I can just go downstairs and tell him.
Or you could do that.
Great. Well, thank you, Grimshaw. You've been very cooperative after a while. I did promise that you would survive past today. I didn't say where. Now, if you'll just excuse me, I need to switch out some gear. And I am going to switch out my I guess I have to
Batman
take off
outfit.
my hat of disguise, seeing how the item I'm switching to is also headgear. I will switch out my hat of disguise for my helm of teleportation, and I'm going to take Grimshaw back to Iman with me.
Okay. You do so.
Yep. Give those nice folks an idea of what's going on. Give them the names that Grimshaw gave me before using the second charge of the helmet to go back.
Yeah, they give you 100 gold.
Seems a little short, but it's not like I
It's
need the
all
money.
they could scrounge together at the moment.
I get it. I'm not saying
Kind
I
of
don't
very
want it.
early over there.
I'm just saying interesting amount, but sure. I thank them and then leave. Headed back to Western. And now you
Alright.
can stop focusing on me and go back to the rest of the party, because it's probably been a bit.
It has.
Oh, it's only been an hour.
No, I mean in-game time. Like, it's been a bit since
yeah.
they've woken up.
I like how
At this point.
now I have to wonder if Josh just thought we would fuck it up so monumentally bad that we had to have William.
Nope.
Okay.
That was all stuff you guys could have done, but didn't have the leads for yet.
And that's what it means to do.
Or the audacity to torture.
Yeah?
I mean,
like, I'm sure, like, I don't know, Omri probably could if you got pissed off.
I'm not ruining it. I'm expediting it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, we don't know.
You're welcome.
Yeah, in the middle of the night, Amr and Sawania. You should make perception checks. in your sleep,
Yeah.
please.
In my sleep. Oh, that's fun. Perception in my sleep. Percepting in my sleep. At 20.
Okay,
Nice.
so Omri,
Not even completely ignored.
it's weird because you're having this wonderful dream, and then suddenly it's interrupted
It's telling me the
by
truth.
what sounds like the window to your room opening.
I do the same thing I did the last time I caught someone in my room, which is don't actually like wake up and just kind of wait and watch and see what happens.
Okay. As you sit there listening, you hear a voice that says, "I know you're awake."
Is it the same voice who said that to me last time?
Yes.
What?
Before we get to that, you also notice in a corner near your bed a rather large spider.
How large are we talking when you say large?
It's not a giant spider, but it's bigger than your typical spider.
I'm just saying.
It's still a tiny creature. It's
Okay. I was like,
Yeah. It's still a tiny creature. It's just a little bit bigger than what you would expect to normally.
It's a fairly large, but not abnormal spider.
Yes.
It's like cat-sized.
Oh God!
Jesus.
Who's ready for camel spiders?
Okay, I just sort of give the spider an odd look and then sort of sit up and look at Chick in the window. I'm assuming
Yeah,
she's just in
sitting
the
on
window.
Yeah, she's sitting on the window frame, like in the open window, just looking at you.
Didn't Winston tell you that sneaking into people's rooms is weird?
Winston didn't tell me anything.
Of course he didn't. Why would he tell anybody anything? That just seems to be a pattern at this point.
You don't know him
Anyways.
very well.
Clearly not. But anyways, what can I help you with at this wonderful time of night in my room?
You out for a walk?
Do I have to jump out the window?
You can go out your door.
Sure. Just going for a walk in the middle of the night with people who climb in my bedroom window. Can you, like, go so I can lock this when you leave?
Oh, it'll lock itself.
Well, that's
can
not creepy.
bring-
Okay. Do
You
you
can
want me to bring
the
her?
elf with you if you wish. Just in case you're worried I might stab you.
I'm not really worried about you stabbing me. You could have definitely done that many times already.
Numerous
Should-
occasions.
Is she safe if I bring her, or is she safer here?
Are you more concerned about her than you are yourself?
In regards to you, yeah.
To be fair, I haven't stabbed her either.
Again, but I don't know who's maybe following you around.
Nobody that I don't know about.
I asked the question again. Man, why don't people just answer questions? Safer here, with you, without you?
Safe either way.
I hate people. I walk over and poke Selania. Hey,
What? Yeah?
we have a guest. We're going for a walk. Get up.
Right. She just
By
kind
the
of.
way, we have a faulty window, I'm sure, because this is just terrible.
How many times?
I think this is like the third.
Awful. She just kind of rolls out of bed and just puts her boots on.
Here's the person who fucked with me, gave me a list of numbers that made no sense. Thanks for that, by the way.
You're welcome.
She just kind of rubs her eyes. Hi.
We'll meet you
Okay,
downstairs.
Perfect.
Ignore the window. Apparently, it'll lock itself when we leave.
That's honestly terrifying.
I know, right?
You watch as she rolls out the window, and on her way out, pulls a piece of string. You watch as the window shuts itself, and the latch just goes tweet, and the string disappears from underneath the window.
Well, that's comforting. Also, does this spider look weird to you?
Why is it so big?
That's what I thought. Is it looking at us, or is it just like chilling?
Hard
I
to
don't
tell
want
with all
to find
those eyes.
out.
What'd you say, Josh?
It's hard to tell with all those eyes.
Oh, I guess it's an insect and not a. Do insects count as beasts in the world of D&D?
Yes.
I'm like, wait,
Any-
where?
Any animal that exists in our real world is a beast.
Okay, I was just kind of like,
Technically,
I know. I was like,
technically,
wait.
arachnid.
Oh my god, Nestor.
Alright. Downstairs?
All right. You go downstairs and exit out and find that the individual is standing across the road from you, waiting patiently.
I look around. Is there anybody else, like, watching us?
Make a perception check.
10.
Oh.
Okay, we go.
All right. So you walk with her down toward the south.
Do you have a name, by the way, or should I just what should I just call you, Intruder?
Most people just call me the Huntress.
Well, I mean, that one I knew, but okay. Where are we going?
We're just walking for now.
Awesome. Totally wanted to get cardio in the middle of the night.
Good for you. I understand you may have some questions.
Some questions for you?
Yes, that's what I was told.
Yeah, why are you crawling into my window all the time?
Get information. Why else would I crawl into your window?
Get information. All you did last time was leave me a note that had a bunch of jargon numbers on it. How is that getting information?
To see if you would take the bait. You're
Or just
easily
like looks at
manipulated by, I
Solania.
think. I don't understand.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure most people are. Because, you know, it doesn't help when you don't understand. See how that works?
I do. Although I've noticed that some members that travel with you are a little more skeptical of strangers.
Who's skeptical of strangers in our group? I look at Slania, like,
She just kind of shrugs. I don't know. I start talking to you in the middle of a road.
that's true. Then again, the others just sort of picked up Theron out of the blue, so, I mean, hey.
I said more skeptical, not always skeptical.
Oh, okay, sorry. My bad. So, do you need something from
No.
me, from us?
Not really.
So you're saying for me to... So basically you're telling me I can ask you questions, but that at the same time, I'm gullible. So, like, why would I ask you anything? Chances are, you're not going to give me a straight answer.
It depends on the question.
Sonia, do you have any questions about all the bullshit we're dealing with lately?
I don't know anymore. She just kind of like scrubs her face.
Honestly? yeah, that about sums it up. Okay, so I'll ask you some of the questions that I asked Winston that I just got, jerked around with. I'm guessing you probably must know what we're up to.
I've heard rumors.
Why do I even bother? Like, what is so hard with people? And yes or no? Like, do those words just not exist in Western?
Is that a question to her? Or are you just stating it?
She's sort of just like saying it out loud at this point, like just to like the universe in general.
If it's easier for you to learn that, then yes.
Oh, okay, thank you. Jeez. Sorry, Jesus.
Hey, spray.
It's like, hey, I'm over here.
Just some like beggar dude in the corner. So the person that we're, sending off into our carriage of fun. Do you know why? Well, other than the obvious reason of why he needs to, meet his end. Anything else we should know?
I'm not entirely aware of who you're going after.
So you can't answer any question I have. Because that's the big one. So if you can't answer that one, then honestly.
There are some things that would.
You cut out after win.
There are some things that Winston does not tell me.
I was like, you cut out, it does. Yeah, there are apparently a lot of things that Winston doesn't tell anyone.
Sometimes it's better that way.
He said that to me too, and honestly, that's rarely the case. Not knowing is rarely better than knowing.
You sure?
Yep, pretty sure. Has there ever been a time when you didn't know something and felt super comfortable not knowing the thing?
No?
There you go. See? 2 for 2.
And yet you're out on a walk for me, and I never told you where we were going, or what the purpose was.
Exactly, because at this point, well, hey, I just might as well just go with it now. Doesn't mean I like it. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
So you are learning.
Really hate it when people say that.
So I'm just gonna pull like a flower out of her pocket. Oh, here. And just hand it to Omri. Apparently have flowers everywhere still.
Where do you keep finding these things?
I got really bored earlier. I was left alone for a while. I just kept making flower chains.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. I didn't mean to lock you out of the room.
No, to me.
Did you know Garrus likes peonies?
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, did you
She's
just come around to
looking
me?
at you
I
confused.
know, that's what I figured. She's sitting there like, what is happening?
At this point, she's just walking beside the two of you, just like with a confused look at her face, just. Fuck.
What, you don't
Simply-
come out in the middle of the night to talk about flowers?
Not often.
Yeah, there you go.
Melania scrubs her face again. That's a shame, because there are some beautiful night bloomers.
There are, that's true. I've seen some really great flowers out in the woods before.
Yeah, my husband used to bring them to me.
Used to?
She nods.
Used to, as in he's a really shitty husband because he stopped, or because he's dead?
Omri!
What? All she had to do was be specific, and I wouldn't have had to ask.
Could have worded it nicer.
Sorry,
Somewhere
has he
in the
passed on to another existence?
Somewhere in the world, Winston is face palming.
Yes.
To A or to B?
Well, kind of both, really.
So he was a shitty husband before he passed and stopped bringing you flowers, and then passed?
I mean, if you look at it that way, yeah. He wasn't the best.
Turned his organs into a smoothie. Did you kill him?
She, in one very swift motion, takes out a dagger and holds it up to your throat.
Omri!
Why would you accuse me of killing my own husband?
There are terrible people in the world.
I don't know, you kind of just agreed he was shitty. It was a safe assumption to make.
He was shitty at times, but I wouldn't kill him.
Okay, fair enough. The words you could have just said were no. Are we just like in the middle of the road and she just has a knife to my throat? Like,
Yeah?
Yeah.
good thing it's the middle of the night.
Yeah, you wonder why she chose it.
It's not like the guards are gonna do anything.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I know. But as she does that, you do recognize a dagger. Well, no, you don't. Sawani does.
I was gonna say, I wasn't there.
Yeah, Sawani recognizes the dagger that she's holding.
Ryan, it's the
With
dagger I want.
the lightning bolt into the blade.
Oh shit, that's the one that you got stabbed with.
Yeah!
Oh shit!
You would know that one very well.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be thinking all that clearly right now, and evidently pulled out a weapon she's used against you.
Think we can, put the dagger away.
Seeing as you're talking to us civilly, there's no hard feelings, I guess? She says and just kind of looks at the dagger and looks back at her.
She pauses and looks at the dagger before realizing what dagger she's holding and puts it away pretty quickly. Just yes. Suppose we can do that.
Do I notice the weird tension going on right here between this exchange?
Make an insight check.
Oh god.
Nope.
You're cut off you're cut off guard, but you don't understand why.
Hmm.
Because you know perfectly well she could have shanked you, if she felt like it.
No.
So-
Walk.
Quick question, only because I have the memory of like a goldfish. Is the huntress the same chick from the tavern back in
I
Terst?
already asked.
I keep
Oh,
forgetting.
Jesus.
That was not revealed to you.
Okay.
It's possible. You don't
Oh,
know.
I mean, do
yeah,
they
Winston
look the
told you
same?
that he had a contact. You can't see her face.
Oh, again. I keep forgetting he has your
Yeah.
fucking face. Is it just because she has a hood, or she's got like a full-on mask going on?
She wears a mask.
What
Well,
were you saying
technically-
about Winston?
Technically wears both. Winston told you that he had a contact in Turst, but he never
Okay.
told you. He told you that who the being the girl in the bar,
Mhm.
but he never told you anything about the identity of the huntress.
I mean, when she had a knife to my does her mask like cover all of her face, or is it just like one of those half ones?
It covers the whole face.
Okay, shit. Yeah, that woman in the bar gets around.
Yeah, you
Giggity.
didn't recognize her weapon as any of the two that.
Yeah, no, I was gonna go buy like facial of some kind, but I got nothing. So,
Yeah. She does that on purpose.
like, are they the same height?
Maybe.
I only ever saw her sitting down. I wouldn't know. Actually, no, I did see her standing up once.
You just have no like frame of reference.
Yeah, no, don't worry, it's fine. I was just. So you just keep on walking. Cool, you know. Love walking next to people who try and knife me.
She didn't try.
She did knife one of you.
She
So
walks
this where
with
you
you in
spend-
silence until you ask her.
this is where you spend most of your time, Western.
Almost all of it.
Your guards suck, by the way. Hope you know that.
What happens when you're controlled by the Myriad?
Should I be avoiding the northeastern side of town?
It's a residential district. You could.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
And the answer to the question of should I maybe avoid that side of town is
What do you think?
well, see, I have this curiosity that tends to get me into some interesting places. So I was planning on going there, but you know, sort of wondering what my odds are. If you catch my drift.
I don't know. The Myriad don't openly attack people in the streets. That would be dumb. It's like I don't openly attack people on the streets.
Well, you kind of openly sort of attacked me in the middle of the street, but that's besides the point.
Solania's just like, yeah, right. Openly attack someone in the street.
Were you guys technically in an alley?
No, they were in the streets.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, because they were like running under shit and around people. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be at the parade?
I don't know yet. It depends if Winston wants me there.
Oh, that's right. You said you were going to be at that party. Were you at the party?
I was.
Oh, I didn't see you. I guess that was probably the point.
Was the point.
What'd you do at the
Didn't see
party?
you go upstairs, though.
Did you see the guy who followed me up the stairs? Well, not exactly up the stairs, but up the wall.
No.
Where'd you go?
Well, at that point, I had left.
That's also a trend. All right. Well. Are you like lonely or something? Is that why you keep coming around?
If you're lonely, you can just ask. We don't mind having another female around. Well, I don't. Ami likes to fight, so I mean.
I'm not lonely, but thank you.
Do I believe her?
Do
Please
you?
don't start.
I don't know. Do I?
Would you like to roll an insight check?
I would.
Go for it.
16. That's not gonna be high enough.
From what you can tell, she's telling the truth.
Okay. How long have you been working for Winston?
Around 4 years.
What else do you do for him other than, stalk people through their windows?
I kill people if they need killing.
That's it?
Pretty much.
That sounds lonely.
Also sounds oddly strange how her job is killing people, and yet all she did was come and talk to us. I'm confused. I feel like your talents are not being used here.
Why would we want her to use her talents?
I don't,
with
not
us,
saying that.
Omri?
I don't want her to use her talents here. I'm just confused as to why she's here doing this when her talents are not this. Or, well, not, you probably have talents other than just killing people, but you know what I mean.
I feel like every time we just get into debate, she just kind of stares at us like, what the fuck?
I know, like, what are these two doing?
Well, she's walking next to you, so she just like stares off the distance. I have many skills. But there are times when all that's needing done is killing people.
That's a fair point. What are you doing, though, coming around us, or me, or her? I don't know who exactly it is you're poking around all the time, but, like, why? And I don't want the answer, Winston sent me. And if that is the answer, then I want to know why Winston sent you.
Winston didn't send me.
Then who sent you?
Nobody.
Okay, so now I'm just really curious why you're around all the time then. If nobody sent you, you just want to hang out?
Well, Winston sent me other times. Tonight I sent myself.
So all the other times Winston sent you?
Yes.
Huh. Why exactly, again? Because, I did ask you why Winston sent you.
Mostly to check up on you. Come up with a reason why I'm there. Stuff like that. Thus the random list of numbers that I'm assuming didn't work.
Yeah,
Not
no
at all.
shit. Real fun. Did you know what I was there looking for?
No.
Insight jump showing. Well, if you had to compare the two in this town, the clasp to the myriad, are they like even keel? Or like, is there one that's sort of tipping over the other?
In terms of who's winning the war between who?
Well, I mean,
Who's more evil of the two?
I already know the answer to that one, but I just meant, I know you can't, I'm probably asking for how the continent's doing a little much, but at least how's it doing in Western?
Hard to say.
If you had to make a guess with your own good judgment.
With my own good judgment based on the way things have gone, the Myriad are winning.
That explains some things.
Probably a stupid question, but what's the Myriad?
I guess
Oh,
you
you
wouldn't have had
haven't
those
told
out in
her.
the forest. Haven't gotten around to that yet. With any of them, really. Well, no, I guess we did explain it a little bit, but not a whole lot. But anyways, it's... I'll tell you when we get back.
Okay.
Probably best not something to talk about in the middle of the streets.
Yeah.
Although, and she looks around, there's nobody here. Except for that spider that's been following us.
Why is the spider following us now? First it's ravens and now this?
What is up with the spider? Do I see the spider?
No. You can make a perception check, though.
It's gonna be fucking what? I have to roll like a nat 20 to see this little bitch. 22.
Oh.
Is close. It's an 18.
I'm assuming... Yeah. Yeah, you see it.
Eh. What, it's just like behind us, like walking on a wall.
Yeah.
They look over
You
at
know-
the hunters. Do you know why we're being followed by a spider?
No. That's a big fucking spider, though.
Yeah. The fuck?
Doesn't look dangerous, so.
This is the weirdest thing. How do I communicate with a spider? Because it's like through sounds and gestures, but what kind of sound does a spider make? Like, what the hell? How am I supposed to use this? Shit. It's like sounds and gestures. What do I do? Get around my fucking... Start crawling around on, like, my legs? Can I say by looking into... Can I go with by looking into its many, many eyeballs, I can get a feel for how it's feeling? Since, you know, the eyes are the window to the soul, and this guy's got a lot of them.
Are you getting close to the spider to look into?
Well, now that you ask, you're kind of making it real ominous, but I mean, I was going to, yeah.
Okay. You do so, and are able to discern nothing.
Nothing? Nothing at all? I can't tell if it's, like,
Nothing.
affected by magic or anything.
You're not even sure it's a beast.
That is terrifying, honestly.
Yeah, it's just kind of staring at you blankly.
How high up on the wall is it?
About eye level.
Oh, jeez, I'm 6 foot tall. God damn it. Okay, I need to know roughly how big this thing is. Like, the size of my hand? Like, hand-sized spider? Or, like, just, like,
bigger.
a tarantula-sized spider? Oh, bigger than a hand? Wow, that's just creepy.
Like a small cat.
Ugh. Ugh.
Ah.
Why'd you have to pick a spider, Josh? You could have picked something else that was cute.
Because he hates
Oh yeah,
us.
yeah. I'll think of that the next time I don't pick it.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's like as
I'm
big
gonna
as your
look-
face.
I'm gonna look over at
Oh.
the huntress, be like, "Do you have something I can poke this with?"
Go poke the giant spider.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Well, it's kind of weird being followed by a giant spider. It was
It hasn't
also in our
attacked you
room.
yet.
You know how weird that is?
I mean, I was also in your room.
Well, I guess I've gotten used to you. The spider's new. Don't like the spider.
I think at this point you're just an unexpected, always invited guest.
That's so nice of you. I mean, has anything like changed in the past few days where suddenly a spider?
Has anything changed in the past few days for a spider to be following me?
That's what I'm asking.
Also, wait, who was it near me or was it near Solania in the room?
It was near you.
Of course it was.
Fucking William.
I don't know. Went to a party. Someone died. Picked up a straggler. Became an investigator for a day. Got in a fight with Winston. That's not exactly new, though.
No, it's not.
You were never around. Wait, were you ever around? I never saw you. I only ever saw the other one. Oh, is that one of those you're always around, not around things? Okay. I mean, other than William, nothing's really new.
Then I don't see how a straggler could possibly have anything to do with this.
Isn't he like the descendant of the guy who made
Chess, yes. The son of the
Chess.
inventor of dragon chess, William Sharp the 17th.
Oh. I'll be damned.
Do you know William Sharp the 17th?
No.
Then, what was that sound?
I like chess.
Oh, well, stick around and I'll introduce you to the 17th generation down inventor of dragon chess. It's a real fun dude.
Sounds like it.
Alright, the spider's weirding me out. I turn around and go back to... just been, staring at it. Fuck.
Yeah, it just looks at you the whole time.
God damn it, Ryan. This is so weird. Alright. Well, moving on. What are we just walking in a circle? Where are we going?
No, she seems to be just kind of leading you somewhere.
Have I ever been in this part of town before?
Nope.
Oh, that's even better. I ask her, where are we going?
I felt like you should see something.
And what is that exactly?
You'll find out.
I hate that. Can you just tell me where we're going? We're gonna get there soon anyways.
You will.
Oh my
And I
God.
prefer it to be a surprise.
I hate surprises.
I'm not surprised.
Ha 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 ha, real funny.
And unless there's anything else you want to ask her, she leads you for another hour and a half
Jesus.
to the
Yeah, he's
southern
right.
border of Western. And she leads you to a what's the word I'm thinking of? She leads you to a hidden stairwell that seems to cling up against the side of the southern
Of the southern what? Wall?
wall of the
Okay.
city. And she goes down the stairs.
Yeah, I love going down weird staircases in the middle of the night, being, you know, someone that stalks
This
me.
isn't terrifying at all. No.
Right? Yeah, no, this is
Let's
great.
just. Alright.
I mean, we kind of have no choice. She'll definitely be able to stop us if we, you know, don't. Yeah, okay, fuck it. Just follow her.
Okay. And she opens the door and steps inside, allowing both of you to follow in after her.
Follow her in.
Okay. She closes the door, and you notice that the area you're standing in is not very big. It's about the size of a small broom closet. Before she reaches into one of her pockets and pulls out what appears to be a platinum coin.
Oh, this is new.
It's a large coin. This would be... Yeah, actually, yeah. And she places that coin against the wall on a spot. And she says, "I want to hold on to something."
Guy grabs Solania and then try and grab the wall.
And you feel the ground beneath you buckle
This is terrifying.
as the entire room seems to plummet.
Ah.
Yeah, quite a while.
Oh, Jesus.
Before
How long
eventually catching itself. It's only a few seconds, but
Oh, okay. You get that fun stomach feeling of like, ugh.
yeah. Yeah, you fall for the equivalent of what you would imagine to be a cutout for what you would imagine to be 50 stories.
Jesus.
Ow.
Ouch.
Yeah, you were going deep underground.
Oh wait. Never mind.
Before eventually the room catches itself, begins to slowly flutter to the ground. At which point
was a
she
good
looks at both of you and says, "We've arrived." And she opens the door. And that's where we're gonna end it tonight.
Ah, I hate you.
Oh shit.
I was needed for a whole 37 seconds
Wow.
tonight.
I mean, there's a lot of different ways that tonight could have. That's just how it went.
This definitely more highlights are less are more criminally inclined, I guess we should say.
Yeah.
Companions.
In my defense, I did not think Josh and I were going to play out every single thing that William did.
I mean, no,
I was waiting for
that's
the
fair.
for the sake of brevity. I was like, oh, all right, we're
Yeah.
going.
It
Yeah,
was
I mean-
better for the story to continue it.
I mean,
Fair
that's fair. It's just just like for the past 3 sessions, just been like, oh, okay, I'm doing this one thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just sitting here for the rest of. That's why I just wrote the whole fucking spider soliloquy. It's just I have nothing to do, but I'm paying
There-
attention.
It's difficult to and you can stop recording now, Joe.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
It's difficult to include a lawful good forge cleric